Hey everybody, I'm Anthony,
And I'm Zane.
and this is the Dynamic Buzz. Every Tuesday, we bring the latest in comic book news along with our suggestions for comics to pick up this week. So now we have a schedule, finally, and we're going to try to stick to that, even though summer seems to be a very up in the air thing. So if the schedule changes again, we're sorry.
But we'll let you know.
Yeah, all 16 of you. Alright, so let's get started with movie news.
First in movie news, we've got a new poster for the Thor Dark World. I'm super excited for this because Thor is my favorite Marvel character, period. I always enjoyed Asgardian and Norse mythology, so this is really exciting. It's got Natalie Portman wearing armor, which is kind of sick, and Thor and all of his other supporting characters. I believe we also see a Balthor the Brave, I believe. Yeah.
I heard rumor. I haven't seen any
It's
pictures
his
yet.
helmet. He's got the big helmet of Balder the Brave that Walt Simonson did. He's got, if you know what I'm talking about, he's got these huge like fan ears.
Mm-hmm.
And we also get a good image of Christopher Eccleston as Malekith the Accursed in the background before he gets the scars.
Well, she looks great, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what she's going to be doing, how she's going to step into the role of some sort of like Asgardian with Thor, and also the kind of the dynamic between her and Lady Sif could be interesting, since she's taking the place of Sif as Thor's lover in this.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think it looks cool. We're gonna see a lot more of Oh my gosh, his name is escaping me.
Loki?
No. Well, yeah, Loki's gonna be in this movie again because he hasn't been in just about every movie except for the other origin stories.
Yeah.
But no,
Heimdall,
yeah,
yeah, Heimdall.
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 Yeah, but Adis Alba.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you say his name. I mean, he's just been. I mean, out of Pacific Rim, he's the only person everyone was like, he did a great job.
Marshall Pentecost was amazing.
Yeah, but we're not gonna get too off subject. But yeah, he's going to be in this movie again, and even in the last week, he only had little parts, but he was still like awesome.
You didn't want to with him.
You didn't.
You just didn't want to mess with Heimdall.
No, but so yeah, Thor in the Dark World's new poster. It looks great. We're gonna have a link to our website where we're gonna have this posted, and it's probably down in the corner right now. So yeah, check it out. It's pretty awesome. It's right here. All right. Well, moving on to X-Men, or some X-Men Days of Future Past news. Well, okay. Let me just okay. So basically, a new website has launched, and it's TraskIndustries.com or is it .com or .org?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's .com.
Okay. Well, anyway, it is a promotional video or a promotional website to hype up people for the upcoming X-Men Days of Future Past movie. But what you don't see is it doesn't say that this is a hype. I mean, as far as anyone's concerned, it is an actual website for. You want to take this?
Yeah, it's a lot like the viral marketing campaign for not Pacific Rim, but Cloverfield, where they had all the associated stuff that kind of gave you some backstory for the events that went on in Cloverfield that weren't mentioned in the movies at all. And this does a similar thing. It's almost like an advertisement for Sentinels.
Yeah.
And we see the Sentinels in the retinue at Reagan's inauguration. You get to see like all of the like action stuff for these. And I guess we're now in the 80s with the X-Men. I believe we were in like the late 70s or something like that in the First Class movie. So we're moving forward in the timeline, and we're actually starting to see how things are progressing with mutants being an actual part of the universe.
Now, I have a question. So, is it... I mean, obviously the two universes are supposed to be different. Like, I know it's a timeline, but I thought the X-Men movies were one altered timeline, and First Class was a different one, because obviously they're saying that Sentinels were at Reagan's inauguration and have been there for the last 50 years, where in our X-Men, or the X-Men ongoing right now, you don't see Sentinels except for that one scene in the Danger Room.
And that, that could actually be still part of this universe. Possibly. I think that, yes, it is an alternative universe, but there is the potential that Sentinels were outlawed. Because they were such a threat to just security in general.
Well, on the website, they say they're introducing their new Mach 1. They're a brand new one. But I think this was a current, because it says 50 years from... It'd be 50 years from the end of First Class. So It would be current. Who knows right now, but
Well, if it's Days of Future Past, it is definitely an alternative timeline. So we'll see how they handle that, because Days of Future Past was a great what-if scenario, and it was part of X-Men continuity because we involved someone coming back in time to fix things. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, but like I said before, check out the website because you get to see an actual, you get to see the Sentinels, and
They're massive.
Yeah, 18 feet tall, giant mutant hunting Jaegers. No,
yeah,
they're pretty sweet. Also on the website, it shows you a 360 of their head. It actually even has the inhibitor collars that they use to suppress a mutant's ability, the X gene. But yeah, so overall, check this website out. There will be a link down in the descriptions and also on our website. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. Finally, for movie-TV film news, we are talking about Flash. If you're familiar with CW's Arrow, the action drama, they are saying that in episode 8 and 9, they're going to introduce a forensic scientist named Barry Allen, who will, go through some events with Green Arrow, or the Vigilante, as they call him right now, and eventually, during episode 20 of Season 2, he will be full-on Flash, and this will be the pilot episode for the Flash TV series. Who knows what they're going to call it? Probably Speedster, or I don't know.
The red blur. The red and
never,
yellow blur.
Never. I hope they use something called like lightning. No, lightning strikes sounds like a band. I don't know, but it looks like it could be, or not looks. It sounds like it could be really good. They haven't named off anyone who's going to be playing Barry Allen, but apparently things are looking really good right now for a possible Flash series. They said that for a show that's based solely around not having abilities, just having it's like Hawkeye from Avengers. He was really good, but no one questioned it, and that's what this is. Green Arrow is really good at shooting arrows. He can do all these cool moves and not get shot. And now they're going to bring in Flash, who will be the Flash. He's going to have powers. Even the producer, Andrew Kresenberg, I'm going to apologize for messing up your name, sir, but he even said that, Kreisberg, thank you.
Yeah.
They even said that, or he said, because of how, past shows, Smallville, all they did was, we're going to give you some, red sweatpants, give you a hoodie with what kind of looks like it would be a lightning bolt, sunglasses.
Do a teenager's attempt at a superhero costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it worked for the Green Arrow in Smallville, but not the other characters, because they all wore hoodies. But no, it looked terrible. But he said, no, in this one, we're going to actually have tights and a suit that will make sense.
Yeah. Because even runners, just in general, professional runners, they wear tights.
Yeah.
So it makes sense with a speedster character.
Yeah, it does. And, in the Smallville version, he was a kid who used different identities. At one point, he used Barry Allen, Bart Allen, Wally West. So he basically the same. He used all the characters, and he was Impulse.
Yeah.
Which didn't make sense. And I know it's a separate universe, but come on. But anyway, this series looks very promising. We can look forward to seeing the Flash, or seeing Barry Allen in the Arrow TV show sometime this winter. Because Arrow is set to... I'm trying to think of when Arrow is set to air again, and that will be on October 9th. Okay, so October 9th on CW, the Arrow will re-air on CW.
You said that was the 20th episode that they're going to introduce Barry?
20th episode, he's going to be the Flash. Episode 8 and 9, he will be introduced.
Okay, so
they'll have a little story arc, which will be but written by Jeff Johns.
Ooh.
Yeah. Jeff Johns has always been a big, he even did stuff in Smallville for their Justice Society episodes. So all the books that he's written, he's always has a hand in. Kind of makes you think that they should let them do that for movies too.
Yeah, you think that.
You think that. But what do we know?
Yeah, we just read comic books.
Yeah, we don't know anything about making a movie based on comic books. Alright, well, moving on past comic news, because there currently is none right now, but we're going to talk about video game news, and that is Young Justice Legacy. Now, I've talked about this before, and on our website there was also an article about the game that's coming out, and it's supposed to help fill in the gap between Season 1 and Season 2. Well, they just announced that they're going to be pushing it back. It was supposed to be released on September 10th, and now it's going to be released on November 19th. And that is probably because of they're adding, they're going to make it available for the Wii and the DS, 3DS. So, they have to work out new new not software but new code to like add in like the stylus and all the touchscreen stuff. But I mean, overall, it looks and sounds really good. I don't know if you have followed anything about the game.
Not really, and that's mostly just because I kind of drift in and out with games and with Young Justice. I was one person who just never got on board, even though I saw a couple episodes and really enjoyed it. I know that you are a huge fan of that series, so I'm sure...
Hardcore.
Yeah. You are definitely the aficionado of that thing. I just talk about Godzilla, man. I don't know what to tell you.
No, but this game basically will follow the idea that the Young Justice team is going to team up and they're going out to rescue the archaeologist Dr. Helena Sandsmark, which is Wonder Girl's mom. So this is probably how they bring Wonder Girl into the team. So yeah, it'll be interesting and exciting.
Who's the Wonder Girl in that universe?
It's Chelsea. Cassidy. Cassidy.
The blonde one then?
Yeah, Cassidy.
Yeah, okay.
Sandmarks.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll keep you updated. As far as we know, it's just been moved back until November 19th. November 19th. All right, but yeah, so we'll keep you updated on that for if anything else pops up.
Yep.
All right, now to move on to our top 3 recommendations this week. Do you have any ideas of what you want to recommend?
Well, what I would definitely recommend is Deadpool Kills Deadpool, because I just really want that guy to die. Buddy, I know.
Yeah.
Pick up Deadpool Kills Deadpool because it's actually pretty funny. I'm not a huge fan of Deadpool stuff, but I read that first issue. He's going from just Deadpool Kills illustrated classics to him deciding that he needs to kill himself in order to stop the imaginary universe from existing. Yeah.
Didn't it start when it was Deadpool versus the Marvel Universe, where he killed all the Marvel heroes and all the Marvel characters?
Yeah.
Then it was fictional literature characters,
exactly.
And now he's gonna kill himself.
Yes, because he realized that he's the last thing that exists. So he's actually this alternate world Deadpool that killed the Marvel Universe, killed the literary universe, is now coming back to kill himself in the actual Marvel Universe. So it's this huge roundabout craziness, and yeah, it's ridiculous. And also, you should pick up Dial H number 15 because that series is ending, but it's fantastic. It's by the guy who did what was the street? I'm not remembering off the top of my head. It's a Spanish word from mystery or something like that.
Mysterio.
Mysterio? What the? I'm not going to remember it right now, but he's a great writer. We'll put it in the comments once I remember it after the video.
Yeah. So you have one more, since we're doing our top 3?
Well, Superior Carnage is still good. I think that's a book that's worth picking up. I like the Dr. Octopus taking over this Spider-Man's body. I think that's really cool. It's sort of like the Frankencastle that we had, where it's a nice shift of gears that does not require a company-wide crossover to pull off. And Superior Carnage is a book that plays off of that really well.
Yeah.
So I would pick that up. If you are reading Superior Spider-Man, there's no reason for you not to read Carnage as well. And just as a person who's a fan of the symbiotes, it's easily the best Carnage book, short of the Carnage versus the USA or whatever it was. Maximum Carnage.
But yeah, so check that out. As for me, my top 3 comics will probably definitely pick up Detective Comics issue 23. It's continuing on the fact that Wrath and Carnage have entered Gotham, and it's now Batman versus the anti-Batman. And so far, I mean, it's been pretty cool. My second recommendation would be the Emerald City, issue number 2. Scotty Young, I love his art. I mean, it's hard not to like, so it drew me into the story. And I mean, if you're a fan of The Wizard of Oz, if you're a fan of, Oz the Great and Powerful, which was a good movie. I don't care what anyone else says. I think it was.
I'll fight you on that.
We'll fight later. Well, anyway, pick this story up. I mean, it's really good. It's nice when someone takes the reins of a classic story and keeps it going.
Well, Scotty Young's stuff on all of The Wizard of Oz, you should pick up all of that stuff. Scotty Young's Wizard of Oz is phenomenal. But yeah, the Emerald stuff is great.
Yeah. And finally, this week, I would say pick up Daredevil Dark Knights. I'm not really a Daredevil fan, but I started reading this this event or this limited series, and it's really good. I mean, you don't really notice how awesome Daredevil is. I mean, when you really think about it, he's a blind character, you don't think of him to be. I don't know. You think of his powers to be lame, but they're really not. And this story kind of plays on him.
Have you not read Frank Miller's Daredevil?
No, I like I say, I barely ever dabbled in Marvel because I didn't like Marvel stories until doing the show and doing the website. I had to open my mind to other things.
We gotta open your mind, my friend. I gotta get you these books.
One last bonus, I would recommend getting The Owl, issue number 2 from Dynamite Comics. Great story. Just, awesome. And this one looks great. I've read the preview online, and yeah, I recommend picking it up.
In addition, I'm just going to throw this one out there since we talked about Scotty Young for a second. There are variants for the new Infinity event coming up done by Scotty Young. They're child versions of the characters. So you get like Baby Thanos. And
we've done a couple of them, our top 10 favorites.
Yeah, those are amazing. Definitely try to pick those up. I've been seeing them in the store that I work at, and they're fantastic.
Yeah. Other comics to pick up this week would be Action Comics issue 23, Batwing issue 23, Detective Comics issue 23, Dial H issue 15, Earth 2 issue 15. Definitely pick that one up. I forgot to mention that. Green Arrow issue 23, Green Lantern issue 23, Stormwatch issue 23, Swamp Thing issue 23, Phantom Stranger issue 11, Hunger issue 2, Deadpool Kills Deadpool issue 2, Superior Carnage issue number 2, Superior Foes of Spider-Man issue number 2, Avengers AI issue number 2, Kick-Ass 3 issue number 2, Superior Spider-Man issue 15, Emerald City issue number 2, X Factor issue 260, Iron Man issue 14, Daredevil Dark Knights issue 3, Cable and the X-Force issue 12, Avengers issue 17, A+X issue 11, and finally all new X-Men issue 15.
X Factor is the longest running title right now?
I wouldn't say it's the longest running title. When I was doing my list and I looked up and I was like, people usually like this series.
Yeah. Wow, that's really surprising. They need to stop doing all these reboots. I'm losing my head about this stuff.
Yeah, because then you lose your... Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Pick those up. Take a look at them. They're all good books, but we've pointed you at the best.
Yeah. But these were basically just Marvel and DC. There are, Image Comics, Vertigo, Dynamite, Boom. Check out it all. Don't just be limited to the big two. Unfortunately, our list just consists of the big two because I didn't have time to write everything down.
We'll try to get more of them in there and really broaden our base.
Yes, because you can't be a really good comic book website unless you get it all. But no, so as always, check out our website at www.thedynamicbuzz.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube. Let us know what you think about the episode. Leave a comment. If you like the way we're doing things, let us know. We like the motivation. If there are things you'd like to change, be nice about it. Let us know. But yeah, so every Tuesday, we'll post a new Dynamic Buzz, and on Thursday, we'll post a dynamic review of our top 3 comics that we'd read this week. We review them, give them a rating, let you know what we thought of them. So yeah, as always, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Zane.
And this is The Buzz.
Buzz, 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 buzz.